Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. Here we go again. Free to play gameplay. What we're doing, so I've been kind of working my way through the fragment collectors for Kreela. I'm probably not going to finish it on the free to play account, but I'm going to get as many as I can. The next tournament, which has just popped, is Ice Golem. So I figured I've done a free to play kind of view of Fire Knights. Let's do Ice Golem. And similarly, with Ice Golem, I've not really touched it. So I had to do some early level stuff because of, I think, some missions or something like that. So I've done like a couple of plays through stage 10, 11, but never really pushed it hard. So today we've just had this drop from Raid, from Plarium. Free gifts, free gems, free energy. Let's go and burn it, and let's see if I can get myself some more rewards. So far, I got the Kreela rewards from Fire Knight. So I got my 1,500 points there. I got my points. Oh, did I get my points from Arena? I didn't get my points from Arena. Oh, man, I should have actually done that one. Ice Golem, I think I can get as well. 1,000 points feels like that's doable. I've got my points from Artifacts already. This was a decent level, I think. I'm annoyed at myself for not getting those points from Arena because I actually should have done that. So I've got 700 odd energy now because of that freebies. I've got a bunch of gems as well, which the freebies have kind of helped me with. I was closing in on 400 myself anyway. But what do we need for Ice Golem? And let's remember, as a free-to-player, as an early gamer, all that type of stuff, actually the speed of your runs doesn't really matter because you don't have tons of resources to just continuously recoup your energy. So actually what you want is consistency of run. You want 100% win rate, even if it's taking you 2, 3, 4 minutes, whatever, per run. So what's going to happen is I'm certainly going to use my two AoE nuke champs. Kale, Elhain, they're both in any team that I run right now. So they're both running crit rate, attack percentage, speed. Ideally crit damage here, and I've got a little bit of defensive stats coming through the other parts of their gear. We've got like 180 odd speed. Speed's important, guys. I've got 113 accuracy. Good rule of thumb for accuracy is take the level of the dungeon you're on, times it by 10, and then that's how much accuracy you should be running for your dungeons. So I'm a little bit short. I really want a banner here just to kind of top the accuracy up. I'm a little bit short on Kale, but not by much. Elhain does not need accuracy, but she is running crit rate, attack percentage, and speed. And then we've just got attack, attack, attack. Again, I'd rather have some, I'd actually rather have this to be crit damage. And I probably should be turning one of these into HP, maybe this into HP percentage if we start to struggle. The reason why they're both in attack percentage is because they're also my arena nukers. I've got a drop defense champion in War Maiden, so she's going to be coming along for the ride. Again, good level of speed, 189. She's got to go before my nukers so that my nukers can kill stuff. And then good, she's then got kind of some defensive stats other than that. She's now in an attack chest, crit rate. So she's in actually, because she's my arena debuff, she's in similar sort of setup to my KO and Elhain actually. I've then got some kind of like support play in Fellhound in Lifesteal gear. I've got a speed booster in High Katoon, but she's only a 40 and I think she'll probably just die, so she's not going to come in. I do have my Allure to drop some turn meter. She's going to be coming in for the fun. So I think it's going to end up being Fellhound, Allure, Elhain, Kale, and War Maiden, and we'll see how we get on. Frozen Banshee might sub in if War Maiden's just getting absolutely blown up. So, and then I think a few people are asking what sort of masteries am I trying to run here. So, because I'm running clan boss builds, this is like a clan boss, like typical set of masteries for early game when you haven't got a counter attacker and you're not speed tuning. So that's what I've got my Kale, and my Elhain is similar, but because she doesn't need the accuracy tree, she's gone for this counter attack option. Frozen Banshee, similar sort of setup as well. Clan boss basically, and then these other champs I've basically just got early level masteries here, literally one early level here. I could do a little bit more here, and my lore is in crit, HP, speed. So that's where we're at. We're going to try and blast our way through a couple of levels of Ice Golem. Now this dungeon is, it's probably the dungeon that people find the hardest to farm with any sort of speed because the Ice Golem can do some big damage. Now, let me just check this. So I think, I'm still not sure if she's the better option, but I don't think she is. I think we're going to run with Cold Heart. What's this? Aura. No. It's have to be this one. I think this is my best option. So yeah, so Ice Golem then. All you need to do is you need to get yourself through the waves. So drop defense is always going to help you get through waves. And then nuke. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy for this early stuff. Now, with the actual boss, when the 2 ads are alive, the boss will do significantly more damage. He will ignore defense. That's what this ability here is, his passive. So you need to nuke the ads down first. Then you need to see how I'm taking loads more damage when the ads are alive there. Oh. Yeah, these guys are fools on auto. So you need to nuke the ads down first, and then you need to take on the boss. I might still do it just with my Elhain, because she is actually pretty strong. But if he nukes back when the ads are alive, he's going to do a ton more damage, which you saw there. He did a ton more damage to me. So another option here is to actually have somebody come in like a shield set to just shield your champion. So like a more defensive based champion that's going to come in a shield set just to kind of ease off some of that initial impact. But I mean, we got through it. We got through it mainly because Elhain is kind of sturdy. If I had my Kale, and my Elhain and my War Maiden in HP chest, then I would survive much easier there. I think I'm actually going to take her out and maybe just run more speed and try this. Just try this. I don't really need the drop defense yet. I'm not using drop defense on the boss because I don't want to do too much damage to the boss before I've taken out those waves. So we can clear the waves here nice and easy. And then we're just going to have that speed buff running for us. So that speed aura runs whether Haikatoon is dead or not. So even if she dies early, I'm actually going to keep that speed aura on, which I think might just do me better. I've got a drop defense anyway, a small one in my Allure. We've got a bit of turn meter from Allure as well. And you can see it's slowed down considerably, but I think this is probably going to be a more like slow and steady wins the race type of setup. And really, in terms of where you want to be farming, so for this Fire Knights competition, the tournament that's on, we want to try to be getting ourselves... Oh, she's nuking. Yeah, we want to try and be getting ourselves some of that 5 to 6 star gear, or at least 4 star, but ideally you want a good percentage of it to be 5 star. So we should now just go straight for the boss and kill him down. There we go. And we've got ourselves a nice... Well, actually, it's not nice. It's a terrible set, but... If you see on the map, we start to get 6 star gear on the level I've just done. So from stage 13, you're in a position that you're actually taking on a level where you get some decent gear. And that stays the same, 4 to 6 star, right through to stage 19. So obviously the chance improves as you go further down, but I'm quite happy as an early game player just farming this stage and collecting up 4 to 6 star gear. The biggest change happens... I don't think you can see it here. You see I get item drop rewards, which include mystery shards and brews. I think it's from stage 16. Could be wrong on that. Might be 18, but I think it's 16. Yeah, but anyway, as you get further progressed, you don't have that chance to drop brews anymore, which actually is kind of massive. It's a really big change for you. But anyway, let's just get back into it. So we've hit 13. I think 14 is probably doable with this same team. It starts to get more and more difficult. But 13 is a good farm point if you're trying to do just these kind of tournaments right now. And in terms of in terms of Ice Golem as a dungeon, it's probably the one that actually drops the weakest gear for most players until very, very late game. So the only sets really that we're looking for in here, again, let me just check out my second account. The only gear sets we're really looking for, so life set, not the best. Offense set, not the best. Defense set is good because it's the only place where you can boost defense, but it's kind of more of a late game setup. Crit rate set is good to boost your crit rate. Crit rate's really important in the game to get your damage off. Resistance set, very end game. Retaliation, terrible. Reflex, very niche. Cursed, terrible. Taunting, kind of okay. So there's not really any sets that I care about right now apart from crit rate for me. And even then, it's low priority. So I'm only farming here to get my points towards the Creeler summoning stuff. If it wasn't for Creeler, I still wouldn't be touching this dungeon at all. However, you know, we're going to be getting some items that we can roll up, even if they're not going to be items we use as sets. We're going to get some items that we can roll up. So if I'm not able to do 14, like I'm not here, I'm not going to waste my time trying to rebuild a team to do it. I probably can do it, but I'm really not that fussed. I'm going to stick with stage 13. I'm going to farm my energy up, and I'm going to get my reward through that. To get to 1,000 points, let's go back to the actual the challenge in the tournament. So Ice Golem tournament, 1,000 points, and we get 15 points for a 5-star. Call it another point. So call it 16 points for a 5-star piece, because you're going to get at least rares. You're not going to get uncommons and stuff. So 1,000 divided by 16. Probably should be able to do that in my head, but can't. Under pressure. 62 runs. So 62 runs, and if we're running at... what was it, 12 energy a run, I think? 14 energy a run. And you need to factor in that you're going to get the odd runs where you get bruised and stuff. So let's call it another 10 runs on top of that. So it's about 1,000 energy. About 1,000 energy all in to make sure I get those Creeler points. I've got 700 right now, and I'm on day 1 of the challenge. So I'm going to have enough to get myself through it. And I think without the Plarium drop of energy, it would have been tight, but I still think I would have done it. Especially maybe I would have had to burn like maybe 120 gems tops. So this is doable, but in terms of dungeons and progression for your account, for a free-to-play player or an early game player, pretty much, unless there's a tournament going on where you want some of the rewards, steer clear of Ice Golems. It's really got terrible gear sets, unless they update those gear sets since I've done this video. You know, the early stuff here is okay, but not good. The only thing that I really would love out of here is that book and that shard, but that is a long way up. That's like 2,500 to 3,000 energy just to get these, which is not worth it in the scheme of things. So, hope that's helpful. Slow and steady wins the race with Ice Golem. Kill the ads first so you don't get the big retribution hits, and you will find it much easier in that dungeon. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.